easier to just be chilled here.
Yeah.
With the two.
But what would you say are like the pros and cons?
Well,
What?
No, I'm not going to say that.
All right.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so I guess the pro with more people in the share house, there was always someone to hang around with.
Yep.
And there wasn't often that feeling of isolation.
Mm-hmm.
But the pro with just, one other person is it's much easier to get some downtime.
Yeah.
And not have to worry about people, not even just like hanging out, but just asking you to do stuff or like, general maintenance, keeping an eye on each other, that sort of thing.
Would you really say that there's any like negative to living with more people?
I'm sure there is. I think I was a pretty chill person to live with. I didn't like...
Yeah.
If someone was upset with something or asked me to do something, I'd always be happy to do it. So it never really bothered me. I just didn't really...
Yeah, do you think there's like more chance to like more people in the house? There's more chance to like, people getting cranky and
there were definitely
stuff like that?
I'll go look. Yeah, there were more people getting crankier at each other. Fair, people got cranky at me a few times. That's fair enough. But there was definitely some other issues in the house that I sort of sidestepped and took a side view to.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess you could definitely say that. Oh my god, your mic is haunted.
Yeah, what was I going to say?
How are you feeling? Like, would you prefer living with more people? Or?
I think that this is good. When I told like some of the people at work that we were going to be living together, some of them were like, "Oh, cool! You'll have like so much fun stuff like that." And then one person was like, "Oh, you guys will kill each other."
Who said that? I'm going to.
I think it was Michaela.
That little shit. She's gone.
But like,
if you're listening, Michaela. Oh mate.
I don't know if she meant it like we'll kill each other, like we'll be getting into fights and arguments and stuff all the time, or if she's like, you guys will just like enable each other, and then you'll just wind up dead.
I don't know if I can dispute that either.
But we haven't had
any rows.
No. I mean, I've been cranky at you sometimes for not eating the leftovers.
I feel like that's an odd thing also to get cranky. Well, I did drink too many of your Kirks, so there's a fair point. There you go.
Don't let it happen again.
But then again, you've had a few of my beers, and I'm always okay with that.
Well, that's your problem.
All right. Next time you're well in for
well,
a
we did say that we were going to divvy up the Kirks.
Yeah, we did, and
then
lost
you
track
ignored
of the
that.
Kirks.
Because I've only had like 2 of those, and you've like cleared.
I saw so many gone. I was like, wow, Mitch is also
your
going
first
through these,
half.
It's just me drinking all the Kirks. I think I have a Kirks problem. I think I really need to cut.
Don't we all, Tyler?
Can it really be called a problem if it's Kirks?
Yeah,
I do often feel guilty
about
how you always cook the food.
Drank my Kirks.
No, I never feel guilty about that. If anything, I'm proud.
I don't have a problem with cooking though, because I like to cook.
Yeah, but I'm always like, look,
I'm
more
like,
than
this
happy
boy
to
needs
cook,
needs to eat.
I will take care of myself and like cook for us, but I don't know. You're always happy to cook.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to cook. I like to.
I'm
cook.
more than happy to chip in, like pay for groceries and stuff and whatever we need.
Well, that'd be good.
I know there's. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. I really feel bad sometimes.
No, that's all right. I like to cook, and I like to make sure that you're getting a good meal. Because otherwise it'd just be Doritos and ice cream.
Which, look, to me that sounds perfect. But there is only so much Doritos and ice cream you can have before you die. I'm well on the way to figuring out how much that is.
Yeah, no, I've always sort of quite liked to cook. That's why my nickname was the chef in AFL.
That's not why. Have we talked about that on this show? I think
so.
We have.
I don't know if we talked about it on the show. I think I told you about it.
I know. Yeah, well, because when Jason Ackermanis was it?
Yeah, it was Jason Ackermanis came to see, came to like visit our football club and just like have a bit of a chat with us and stuff like that. And he was like, "Oh, so he's a very short man, by the way, very short.
How short?
I think at that stage I was almost as tall as him, and I was like 11.
Jesus Christ.
He was like, "Oh, so you guys want to play football as a career?" And some kids raised their hand, some didn't. I didn't. And he's like, "Oh, what do you want to do, champ?" And I was like, "Oh, I'd like to be a chef, I think." and then everyone laughed, and I was like, "What's wrong with
Shit
that?"
on my dreams, guys. Thanks, Jason, you
I
bastard.
feel like that's a very achievable goal, guys. I think it's you can never have too many chefs, except for in one kitchen.
Oh.
You might ruin the broth.
No, it's too many cooks in the kitchen. Never heard so many chefs in the kitchen.
All right, well,
So like
I guess it's a similar problem.
Well, see, chefs. The difference isn't like chefs have been like trained and like gone to.
Yes, but I think the metaphor is supposed to be like too many.
I'm not. Well, I know what the metaphor is. I'm just being pedantic for no reason. For content, bitch.
Yeah. Anyway, so then
Yeah.
everyone laughed, and then in the yearbook,
You became the chef.
yeah, it was Mitch the Chef.
Well, I mean, if anything, you're true to form.
Yeah.
You're living up to that. So jokes on everyone else. Jokes on you, Jackson.
Is there anything in particular that you miss from living at home, or
Not having to pay rent.
Yeah.
That's a pretty sweet
Sure.
deal. But
I don't know if I agree with that, but yeah.
you don't miss. It's all right. I mean, sometimes
Sometimes you just want to
you just
want
want
the thrill of paying for something week after week.
I think I do miss living at home. I mean, I guess that is pretty much the big one. I don't have my sister whinging a lot. Like, actually, okay, that is a big thing.
You miss that?
No, I don't. I'm going to glass you tonight. One of the big things is actually my sister and my relationship has improved a lot more now that I'm not living with the family, because we're not there always getting each other nerves. So when we see each other, it's like, hey, mate, it's all good. And so we work together. So we see each other in a decent amount to keep each other like, hey, you're all right. But then there's no bloody arguments over the most bullshit things. It was a pain.
Yeah,
but that's okay now.
It was funny when I was at my parents' place for Father's Day. I think we were talking to my uncle on FaceTime.
He's not your father.
No.
So why is he involved? Get him out. It's Father's Day.
Because it was my dad's birthday as well, so he was giving
what
Dad
a
call.
coincidence.
And my sister recently just moved back in home, and my uncle was asking like how she, felt about that and stuff. And she said, well, it's actually pretty good because Mitch just moved out, and also like Dad's not home during the week usually. He's in Melbourne. And so she's like, yeah, it's usually just me and Mum, and then I'm downstairs and Mum's upstairs, so it's kind of just me downstairs.
Oh. I mean, if that's what you like.
Yeah. But I think one thing that I certainly miss, but I mean, that's not necessarily something to do with moving out. It's just moving here is that there's no dishwasher here, and I don't want to do the fucking dishes, man.
But we don't pay for water, so there's a trade-off.
Yeah, but like,
it's not like it's hard to wash your dishes.
I know,
by
but
hand.
it's just
That's all right. It's all right.
It's
a thing you can miss.
I just want to put my dishes in the dishwasher and like take them out later.
Clean them all like completely.
No, I mean you gotta
give them a wash at the start.
Yeah, well, if there's like hard stuff on there, you gotta give it a scrub. But like
$1 for every time.
Just I just want to put my knives and forks and glasses and stuff in the thing. I don't want to have to wash them.
I think
what kind of idiot still washes their dishes by hand?
Clearly we do. One thing I will say that I do miss is Mum's cooking. I mean,
oh, thanks.
I was about to say no discredit to your cooking, but you can say Mum's put on a really bloody decent spread.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, Mum's cooking was pretty solid, and that's why I'm always happy to go home every now and again and be like, "Hey, Mum, it's all right. Come around for dinner," and she'll put on something a little special for me.
Nice,
so that's good.
Good stuff.
But yeah. I was trying to think of something smart ass to say, but I couldn't think of anything. How do you feel about your roommates, Mitchell?
I think they're all right. All right.
I mean, I'm talking about the possums in the roof at this point. That's something else we have here that, like... Have I told you, like, the story of when I got freaked out by the possums?
Yeah, you thought someone was, like, climbing onto the balcony or something?
I've never had possums in a place before.
Yeah.
Or if so, I don't know, I've managed to sleep through it or so. But it was like 5-something or it was like 4 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just this loud banging. And I swear to God, it sounds like someone's climbing onto our small balcony and trying to break in. So I sit up for a bit, have a listen, it stops. And I try to go back to sleep, but I really can't. And it keeps making the sound. And it doesn't even sound like, well, I don't know what a possum sounds like, but apparently it sounds like, when you open a door in a snowstorm and the snow starts screaming in, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I've got this little, wooden katana thingy next to my bed, so I grab that and I start doing a bit of a scout around the house, checking it out. And I figure it out. It's the possums in the end, so I got back to sleep. But it was
so I told you it was the possums.
We didn't tell me at that time in the morning.
No.
But yeah,
I told you. The other night when I came home and you left the door open, I had a bit of a freaked out walk around because I thought there was going to be a possum hiding in my bedroom or something like that.
Yeah. Well, not a murderer, but just a possum.
Well, I know which one I'd rather see in the room.
A murderer or a possum?
I'll never tell.
Just in case the situation arises where either of those are in your bedroom. So would you say now that moving out with me, you definitely drink a lot more?
Yes.
I knew it. That's actually something I've been wondering about. We are going through it. Well, at least I am going through a lot more beer than I usually did.
Oh, so you didn't drink this much when...
There was a period I did,
yeah.
when I was still at home, when I could afford to.
Oh, but not even at the other place?
I did when I could.
Yeah.
But then I really can't afford to be spending this much money on this much.
But now the rent's cheaper here.
But now the rent is cheaper, so we're back to a slab a week, and it's great.
No, definitely, because
don't feel pressured, Mitch. You don't have to drink this.
No, but it's just I like to have a... But I'm still not drinking as much as you, because you'll go through a slab in 2 weeks or something.
Bags, yeah.
But I will... Maybe I'll just have a beer a night or something like that.
Yeah.
And...
It's for the antioxidants.
Yeah. So I feel that when you're living at home, you don't want to be just you don't want your parents to think that you have a drinking problem, so you you don't have a beer every night. But when you're not living at home and you don't care if people think you're an alcoholic. Yeah, man, free reign. And then I get to experiment with a couple more cocktails and stuff like that.
Yeah, we've made a few good cocktail mixes in this place.
We got the Nutri Ninja recently as well.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Is there an alien in my mic? I'm just trying to figure this one out. Okay. Yeah. So now we're going to make some nice cocktails and stuff. Yeah. You've always been experimenting with cocktails. At the old place, whenever I'd come around for a bit of a night visit, you'd be like, hey man, I've mixed this up.
Yeah.
And you made something really nice tonight where you played the Knight's Tale drinking game.
What was that?
Was that the orange thing? Or was that the rum and I mean, a lot of them do have rum in them. It's a good alcohol.
Yeah. I don't remember. It was probably was it the one that has strawberries cut up in it?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. That one's good. And I made a frozen version of that with the strawberries and frozen pineapple that
Finally
we got
cracking into our frozen strawberries.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point, is so we could use them in cocktails.
It's just been there a long time.
Yeah, well, they're frozen, so stay good.
We should freeze everything; it'll always stay good, like our Kirks.
I've come home multiple times and found Kirks in the freezer.
Twice.
I think it's at least 3 times.
I swear it's only happened twice. I do think I have a bit of a forgetful mind when it comes to leaving Kirks in a freezer, but
Yeah.
When you want to speed freeze, speed chill your Kirks, but then
I tried to drink that one that was in there today, and it tasted bad.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
know
what
happened.
Did you tip out? Yeah.
Oh, I would have had a try.
No, it was
creaming soda. That was
it was just it tasted like when you try eating or drinking something just after you brush your teeth.
Oh. Did you just brush your teeth?
No. I was just like, oh, what? Oh.
This is awful.
I don't think this is what creaming soda usually tastes like. I'm like, oh no, this tastes legitimately bad for some reason. I think maybe because
that doesn't make any sense.
Because I think when you freeze a soft drink or something that's got